Within a second, I was eye to eye with a police officer on the side of the road. During my summer of volunteering at an exotic dealership on my days off, I got to experience a lot of cool cars in unique situations. One day my service manager came up to me and said, "You want to drive a Maserati?" And I said, "Sure, what type?" So he had a blue Maserati Gran Turismo convertible. It's beautiful. Got silver wheels, dark blue body, cream interior with wood dash. It's got the Ferrari V8, sounds lovely. Maybe not the fastest, but a really nice way to get around. So he told me that 45 minutes away, I needed to deliver this car to a customer who's finishing dinner. And he was part of the dealership's valet program. So if people watching this don't understand, let's imagine you're a customer and there's this exotic dealership and your Maserati needs to be serviced. They'll send a loaner out to you, take your car back and service it, bring it back to you, and then take the loaner back. So the customer never really has to go to the dealership if they don't want that inconvenience. And this owner was that case, and I was returning his serviced Gran Turismo. So they told me that he's gonna be done with his dinner at this Italian restaurant at this time, meet him outside and pick up his loaner. Sure. They'd printed out some MapQuest directions for me, and so I had those in the passenger seat. I was driving, and I asked the manager, "Can I put the top down?" And he was like, "Put it up before you get home." So I was like, okay. So I drop the top, go on my way. And I'm trying to pay attention to these MapQuest directions while being completely intoxicated with the car, and ended up missing an exit or something and plotted on my phone. And it turned out that I could take a toll road and I would get there at almost the same time. And I figured, I'm having a great time in this guy's car. $5 to me, it's no issue. Pay $5, get on the toll road, I'm set to be there on time. And the toll road was beautiful. Talking 3 or 4 lanes, perfect pavement, barely any cars, wide open. So I was making up a little bit of time, and on some straight segments where I could see that I was alone, I would definitely do that. And there was one of these segments that ended in a gentle left-handed sweeper, so I couldn't really see ahead of me. And I carried a little bit of speed into this turn and was in the left lane, and within a second, I was eye to eye with a police officer on the side of the road using radar. So he was bent over the hood of his car with the radar gun out, and I passed him immediately. And I remember my heart just stopping, thinking like, do I run? And I'm like, well, I have a half tank of gas. It's not my car, so it's like, no, that's just stupid. What's gonna happen here? And I'm thinking, what is gonna happen here? Because I'm not an actual employee of this dealership. I'm volunteering there. This is someone else's car. I don't know if the manager is even still there. Hopefully he answers his phone. And I'm gonna have to explain to the customer, sorry I got pulled over at this speed, because I had checked the number right as I passed the cop, and the number was concerning. I was pretty worried, and I just took my foot off the gas and started to coast, thinking, oh, I am screwed, as I looked in the mirror. And I saw the police officer right as I passed, look past me, and then reset. And he just let me go on my way. I have no idea why, but if he's watching this, thank you. You saved my job. So that was wonderful. I go on my way, obviously reined it in a little bit, got the top up before I arrived at the restaurant. We still had some gas, pulled in there, and I got there 5 minutes early. So I'm waiting outside, the customer comes out, he's overjoyed to see his car again, and I got his loaner. And his loaner was a Ghibli SQ4. And I think the Ghiblis get a lot of trash as maybe a lesser Maserati, but twin turbocharged V6, all-wheel drive, it's like a little Italian GTR. And with these loaners especially, dealerships will put them in nice specs to try to tempt the customers who have them to maybe buy them. So it was a white Ghibli, like a gunmetal, dark gray wheel, red brakes, like a chocolate brown leather, carbon fiber dash. It was gorgeous spec. So I got in the car and I was pretty excited. Got a new Maserati I get to drive for 45 minutes. So I called the service manager and said, hey, well, I got the car. I'm about on my way. And he said, when do you work tomorrow? I told him 8 a.m. And he said, listen, I'm about to take off. How about you just keep the car for the night and bring it back tomorrow? And I was like, are you serious? And he was like, yeah, have some fun, pick up some girls, have a good time. And this guy was pretty cool. So I told him, are you okay with the back seat? Needs a little extra detailing? And he said, hey man, I don't have to clean it, go for it. So first thing I do is call a girl I'm talking to at the time. She's helping her mom move. Second, I call my best friend and I'm like, hey dude, what are you doing tonight? And he's like, I got nothing going on. Want to hang out? At this time, I was in a unique situation of I was house sitting, my neighbor's house, which was really nice. They had a koi pond out back and everything. So I have my own cool house, I have my own cool car. And it was just the coolest thing for a 20-year-old kid or something. So I told my friend, all right, I'm going to come pick you up. We'll hang out. And he was like, I can drive to your house. Don't worry about it. And I was like, no, I'm picking you up. So I pulled in the driveway and he's like, dude, whose car is that? And I was like, ours for the night, get in. So we drove the car all night and ended up dropping it off back at the dealership at 8 a.m. with, fumes in the gas tank. But it was an incredible experience, and having a Maserati for a day was really awesome. I think that the Ghibli catches a lot of flack. It probably is a little overpriced, and as a porter, we would always say, why would you ever choose a Ghibli over an S-Class? And I think the S-Class is probably about the best way to get around, but the Ghibli had real character, I think. It sounded wonderful, it was fun, and I think the S-Class is almost like a transportation appliance, whereas the Ghibli was like something personal. If you could only have one car, I think you have to choose the Ghibli. About a year later, I wanted to go there for another summer. So I reached out to the service manager again, asking him if maybe I could work there for the summer. And I sent him an email and I didn't get a response back. I thought that was weird. So I texted a guy I knew at the dealership and said, hey, is so-and-so still the manager at this part of the dealership? And he said, let me check. And he got back to me and said, you're not gonna believe this. Someone drove by the Rolls-Royce dealership late at night and saw some lights on in the cars, called the police. The service manager was in the back of one of these cars with a lady, and needless to say, lost his job. And I bet that car needed a detail.
Are you looking to buy your dream car? Premier Financial Services offers the flexibility of financing with the tax benefits of leasing. The PFS Simple Lease offers quick approvals and easy termination when you are ready for the next car. Visit our website and follow us for more.